Hey everybody, I'm back. Oh my goodness. So, I was going to show you how I organize everything in the same video, and I realized that, well, I thought that everything was downstairs because I've been doing a lot of my coloring downstairs. I was really in need of Color Me Calm after our house got robbed, and I was downstairs on the phone to insurance companies on hold and stuff, and I thought that I'd brought everything down, but apparently I was actually good this time and brought it back up. Yay! So, here we are where we left off, where I just unwrapped 8 issues of art therapy. Yes, Hazmat thinks I'm a weirdo, but I'm going to put him away. Go away. Okay, say bye. Bye, Hazmat. Right, so I'm going to take this out of the way as well. Right, so here we are, and I thought I would show you how I organize my pencils. So before I realized that there was a such thing as a Wayback Machine and I could get this thing that Art Therapy have taken off of their website, which is probably naughty, I made myself an Excel, not Excel, it was Google Sheets, but that's like Google's form of Excel, I guess. It's a spreadsheet of all the different types of all the different numbers of pens that there are, pencils rather. So this is only for pencils, this isn't for pens, but I've made this chart, and this is everything up until the 8 issues that I've just unpacked. And this box is where I have kept all of the pencils except for the pastel pencils and the watercolor pencils. So here they all are. Well, that's not all of them. There's actually 2 trays in this. So here we go. And also there's some more missing because I'm in the middle of doing a project, and that project, the pencils that I'm using for that are in a different box because I like to keep them separate if I'm working with them. So this is most of the pencils in the collection so far, and I'm thinking it's getting pretty good. So lovely noise. I love the sound of lots of pencils, don't you? Right, so I've put these pieces of A4 felt in there so that they wouldn't roll around too much and get all bunched up and stuff like that. So let's put that aside for now, and let's do the swatching on the official chart first. This is as low as I can get my camera right now, so sorry about that. Right, so what I like to do, let's pick one. Here's the indigo pencil. It is number 140, and the way that this chart works is that I've got what the tens place is basically, so 100, 110, etc. across the top. So if it's 140, I take the 140 column and I go to the 0 row, and there's a blank space there. So what I do is I do a bit of a gradient on it. I start by pressing quite hard, and then I sort of loosen up on it as I go. Gives you an idea of the variation of tint in the pen, in the pencil. I don't know why I keep saying pen. Anyway, so that has filled in number 140 on this chart. This chart goes all the way up to the 500s because that's where the pastels are. This is the original Art Therapy color chart. And here you go. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this, but this is the URL for, well, not the URL. This is the logo for the Wayback Machine. Let me have a look and see. Okay. Listen carefully, and I'll tell you. The Wayback Machine can be found at http, you know that thing, web.archive.org. Okay, so you go to web.archive.org, and then I think you have to zoom in, you have to tell it what time the page was printed. And if you look between the 22nd of March and the 24th of May, 2015, then you should be able to see you should be able to get this, and that's at www.arttherapycollection.com/color with a U dash chart. So that's color chart. Can you see that? I'm not sure you can see it. It's just a little bit blurry, but you can see that, right? So you go there and you go to the dates on the Wayback Machine, and you should be able to get this. And that's how it works. So what you've got here is you've got a list of the numbers of the pencils, what color they're calling them, and what issues they pop up in. And I was right, some of them actually do occur in more than one issue. Let me just find that one. I can't find it. There are a couple that show up in more than one issue. And there's issues that aren't mentioned as well. So they've obviously not, at the time of publishing this list, they hadn't actually had as many issues planned. So that's something interesting we can look into as well. All right, so I've used my Google Sheet, which I do like because I can see it all in one little place. So that's quite nice. But this is my checklist. And I am putting away number 140. So I'm going to find, that's interesting, Imperial Blue they're calling this. And what I do on this chart is I scribble quite hard for a block and then quite light. It's not quite the same way that I did the other one. So we've got this one. Now that one has been properly listed. So I'm going to just pop it over here on this side. And I've got to do that for all the pencils that we got. So this is 415. This is the green. Here it is, 415. This is the green watercolor pencil. There we go. So that's 415 over there. And I'm going to flip. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one only goes up to 207. So if it's a 400s, I don't need to do that. So there we go. Right. What's this one? 100. 100, which is white. There's not even any point in scribbling this, is there really? But I'll do it anyway, so I know I've done it. There we go. Right. It goes pretty quick if you know what you're doing. 407. This is a watercolor pencil again. So it's not going to be on here. It's only going to be on here. 407. Oop, I've broken it. All right, it's a pencil. We can sharpen it. There we go. I'm going to put that over here in the watercolor pencil thing that you can't see because it's off the camera, but I showed it to you in the last video. So, all right, next. 111. That one is going to be on both. So, 111. There it is. And here it is. I mean, it's a pretty quick process if you've got everything out in front of you. Number 149. 149. Like that. And we find 149 on our list. 149. And here it is. Lapis Lazuli, issue 34. That's exactly where it was. Excellent. Next. 110. 110. Okay, once I'm done with the pencils, I'm going to show you some other aspects of how I organized my kit. So, hang tight. Number 182. 182. Did I do that one in the other one? See, I've lost it now. Yeah, I have. Okay. 182. 182. Here it is. Flesh, issue 36. 132, is this right? Is it 132? Yeah. Okay, 132. Look at all these little blank spaces being filled in. I love it. Don't you love it? Oh. Right, 132, French Plum, issue 36. And if you watched the last video, you'll remember that. Well, maybe. If you're weird like me, you'll remember that. Next. 115. 115. Right, so it's 115. Lovely. Lovely. 115. And that is copper red. Oddly, that says issue 1 on it. So, I kind of know why they've got rid of it, because it isn't a perfect resource. But you know what? It's still nice to have it. 118. Here we go. 118, 118. Got your number. If you're in the UK, you know what that is. If you're not, you probably don't. Fine. Right, so 118 is Deep Scarlet, issue 40. I don't know if it was, but that's fine again. Fine with me. Don't mind. We're really bombing through these quick, so don't worry about it. We're nearly done. 187, 187. Here we are. It's nice how we have so many colors that are really, really close to each other. So if you want to do the layering techniques in the book, you've got lots of layers to add. So that's good. 187, that's going to be way down here, isn't it? Yep, sunset orange. I've never seen a sunset quite that brown. Right. We only got 3 more left. Right. 175. And that is peregrine, I think. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We do have a lovely sort of spectrum going on. I absolutely love seeing it all together like this. 175. Peregrine, issue 38. More or less on track. 146. There it is. These blues, they do go right into each other and they look very, very similar. I love colors. And that was Denim Blue, issue 40. And finally, 128. Lovely pink there. Or is it magenta? I don't know. 128. 128, Cherry Blossom, issue 40. I like cherry blossoms. It's one of my favorite sort of designs. I notice a lot of other people do too. There's lots of people with cherry blossom tattoos. Gorgeous. Right, so that is how I organize my pens. And I'm not going to bore you by putting them in the box now. I think, you've probably had enough of that. So I'm just going to put them back on the other side where they were. And now I'm going to explain how I deal with all of the different parts of the magazine that come in. And I haven't done this in a while, so it's going to take me some time, I think, to get caught up. But I've got these, they're called display books, and these are A4. They're the European version of letter size. And what I do is I keep each of the sections that I want to keep in these display books. So the Color Me Happy all goes in this display book. And you can see I've gone through. And I can just read about colors when I want them. And when I'm done with it, I can recycle it. And I can use this book for something else. Right, so the next one I've got the Color Me Happy. I've got the 10-minute mindfulness. I mean, that's going to be a pretty good book about, how to stay sane after a while. So I'm glad I've got that. Right? I'm keeping that. And this one, okay, this one is weird because they are the sketchpad ones, and I don't really intend to keep the sketchpad ones because they are, the designs are on magazine paper, and there isn't enough tooth in the paper to grab onto any pencils. And also, if you use markers, it can be too thin, can go through. Also, it may never ever dry. So the intention with these, as far as I'm aware from the publisher, is that you're supposed to scan these and print them onto whatever type of paper or card you want and use them from there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to scan them, save them, and recycle them. That's my plan. So I'm not bothering to put them into individual pockets. They're just being stored separately and safely. And this is my favorite one, Color with Confidence. This is the technique chapter that's in every issue. And I intend to go through this as a giant masterclass in coloring whenever I feel like it, really. But I'm going to go over, make sure I've got all those techniques down, because self-improvement, that's why. Because self-improvement. So I'm supposed to be keeping all these in here as well. I can't remember what issue I stopped organizing these at, but I wanted to make room in the magazine file where all the rest of it is, so that I can keep the actual coloring pages separate, which I intend to do. And I'm going to probably get a separate, like a folder or some kind of document wallet or something to hold all of the color by numbers in, because I know somebody's going to want them. So what I'm doing is I'm storing all of my display books in one of these big, huge magazine files that they sell for a really hefty price at W.H. Smith's. I'm not going to lie. And I'm just going to pop them in there. They almost don't fit, and I'm not happy with that, but what can you do? So I've been storing them up in on one of my highest craft shelves, which is probably why I haven't been getting it down. So that's what I've been doing. I'm separating the chapters out, keeping them, and making sure everything is stored tickety-boo. Also, my magazine pens, 1 minute. I have this, says Art Therapy markers on it. They don't give you this. This is actually from Letraset. Whoops, Letraset. They're the company that make pro markers. And every year, well, I used to, I don't think they're doing it anymore. Every year I used to buy the limited edition sets of pens. So every time I bought them, they came with one of these. So I can keep all my pens in here in sort of color groups. But now it's looking like, yeah, they're not going to fit. So I need to go and get another one. It's a good thing that I've actually got 3 of these. So here's another one. I think what I'll do is put the fine liners in here. Whoop. I don't know how many fine liners I'm expected to get in the series, but I've had 3 today in this latest unboxing. My doorbell's just rung, and the thing is, I don't particularly want to go get it. I know that's kind of rude, but it's probably like, I don't know, salesman or something. So I'm just going to leave it. Shh, you guys, pretend you're not here. We have to be very quiet. Okay. So, I've got quite a lot of these pens now. So I'm going to have to separate them out in a different way to the way that I normally do. I don't like that. Makes me feel sad. So, right. Browns and blacks can go in here. I don't even know, honestly. Like, I don't even know. See, the thing is, I'm really freaked out because before we were robbed, I'm all right answering the door. Now I'm like, I wonder who it is. I wonder if they want to steal all our shit. So I'm like, sorry, go ahead, report me for saying that word. I'm sorry. I'm really freaking out. So I don't want to answer the door. Oh, I just thought, what if it's Frank? What if it's Frank? Well, then I'd have to answer the door if it's Frank. But anyway, I need to sort out a new way of this. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm just going to put the purples up here. And so she usually has a special knock, so I know it's her. So it's probably not Frank. Right. So I feel better already. Blues are going over here. And I think if there are green blues, they can go in with the greens. Making sense, I hope. Right, here we go. That's better. Whoop. I'm off camera. Sorry about that, guys. And there we are. The yellowy orange. And boom. So now all of our big markers are organized, so I can zip that up. And the fine liners, I really don't have enough fine liners to organize at the minute, so they're all just in there. And I'm going to have to get a permanent marker and write Art Therapy fine liners on this one. So that's what I've got. I've got my 2 boxes here for pencils, and I've got my 2 Letraset binders for markers, and my display books for articles. So that's how I organize my art therapy collection. Thanks for watching again. I was streaming earlier and I just popped back on because I realized I had the stuff. So thanks for rejoining me if you have done. And I will be back, not this soon, because this was a matter of minutes. I just went down, had a glass of water, came back up. Not gonna happen. Not going to be that soon, but I will come back, and when I come back, I think our next one is probably going to be a Hoogie board card thingy. So I hope that the designer, the magazine, and the Hoogie people appreciate it. And if they don't, I will gladly take it down. But anyway, I'm planning on it, and as you can see, I'm thinking aloud about the ethics of it all. But I think I'm going to do it because it's only fair that, you know, maybe people who got the magazine would like to see, you know, the correction and stuff like that. I don't know. I've emailed them about the correction. So, I gotta stop thinking aloud because I'm boring everyone to death. Okay, so I have been Sai. This has been Happy Accident Studios. You can reach me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, or Vine at Hapax Studios. And you can reach me on the interwebs at www.happyaccidentstudios.co.uk. You can find me on Facebook at Happy Accident Studios. Look for the pink handprint. That's my page. And I will see you again very soon, and we'll actually get down to some actual crafting. Won't that be cool? All right, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.